back to another episode of Meet My Chickens. This is Lucia. She's a white cochin, and she is very fluffy. She has feathered feet. She lays creamed eggs like this. Usually she is super white, but she's dirty because it's raining right now. Isn't she cute? See you next time on the next episode of Meet My Chickens.
So last episode we talked about first venturing into being chicken people and the beginnings of our makeshift chicken coop. But the more chickens we added, the more space we needed, and our little coop just wasn't gonna make the cut. So that following summer, we decided to convert this old garage, I like to call it our mini barn, into a much nicer 2-story chicken coop.
Yeah, it was supposed to be for a classic car that I was going to get, but Sheryl somehow convinced me to get rid of it, which she somehow always does. Listen to them go. Listen. They're in my garage.
The main problem was that it had no floor. So instead of building one, I did some research and I came up with the idea to use a wood pallet floor. Then we added plywood on top that I got for free. See, we're scrap wood kind of people. I mean, you don't always have to buy brand new. The chickens are just gonna poo all over it anyway.
I also think we did it over a weekend. I don't like spending a lot of time on things. It's probably why it's not always perfect, but there's always something else to do around here.
We had baby chicks in the basement and they were getting really big and causing this crazy chick dust to go everywhere. So we had to hurry up because they were in this giant stock tank and they started to stink as well. So we needed to get them out as soon as possible.
They needed more space, which means they needed more run space too. So we added an addition to our skid run that we had built. Tried to make it a little bit nicer because it was kind of embarrassing.
I think I just kept adding more and more.
Stapling all kinds of stuff to it.
Every couple of weeks there'd be a little bit of a bigger run area that I would make. I just love my chickens so much.
So yeah, we gardened around it, made it pretty. Now it looks quite nice.
We finished that the next summer, and I think that's what got us thinking about building more and more stuff.
Yeah, I got a little motivated to do more things. Got the right tools. Then I was like, let's build some stuff.
So now we have about 90 chickens. I don't know, probably about 40 adults.
Miles is sneezing.
Half of those are still chicks right now. That we'll show you in the next episode. But the main reason why we really started to want chickens was for their eggs. Someone's singing an egg song right now. Eggs are amazing. They're the perfect food, and we can share them with family and friends and sell them to our community.
Yeah, at first I thought you were crazy with the chickens, but now I can't really imagine life without a couple chickens kicking around, you know?
Chickens are great. Before I had chickens, I had no idea, first of all, how beautiful they are and how many different breeds they are. Their feathers are incredible. And also, I had no idea how intelligent they are, and they all have unique personalities. Some of them are skittish and shy, other ones are curious. They're the best. They're hilarious. They're a total source of entertainment. I can take my coffee and sit there and watch them for an hour. It's the best.
Hi, I'm Rara, and I'm going to be showing you what the plants are in our garden. First is radishes, next is carrots, third is cherry tomatoes, and last is lettuce. Don't forget the beans! They're so tall. In order for our seeds to grow, every day they need sunshine and water. I can't wait to put them in our garden. See you soon.
We want to talk a little bit about our garden. We should do it again because I made a weird double chin. We want to talk a little bit about our garden. We decided to build a garden on our property to try to be a little bit more self-sufficient, and in that process teach our kids about growing their own food and appreciating what they have and working hard to get it. But Todd doesn't really ever do anything on a small scale, and he always does it wholeheartedly. Todd always renders the whole thing in 3D. So
Yep.
we always know exactly what it's going to look like before we get it, which is kind of great. So for the garden, it was kind of the same. I told Todd what I was envisioning, we talked about it, and he started planning it and building it in 3D right away.
Yeah, I was confident based on the renders, otherwise I wouldn't know what I was doing. It would have been a big old mess.
Hey, I'm proud of you. Nothing has fallen apart. It's not broken.
Yeah.
It's not going to break. These things are like rock solid. It's awesome. And hey, I like stay-at-home Todd. Just eating a sandwich. Enjoying the view. So I've had a lot of people message us and ask how we built our garden beds. So I thought, hey, let's tell them.
All right. Get some 4x4 posts, cut them about 2.5 feet, then get some standard 8-foot long deck boards for the sides. Screw those in and add some supports in the middle. We sealed the gaps with tuck tape, sunk the legs into the ground about 6 inches, and then added some garden cloth, put some compost, and then triple mix.
And that's how you can build your own raised garden beds. Today we're going to be baking one of my family's favorite muffins, pumpkin spice muffins. Now I know what you're saying, is it fall? No, it's not, but that's okay. These muffins are so good, you're gonna wanna eat them all year round. So first we're gonna start with 1 cup and 3/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour, a cup of sugar, I know it's a lot, 1/2 cup of brown sugar. You might be thinking that's a lot of sugar. If you'd like to reduce the sugar, that's okay. This is more of a dessert muffin. It's very sweet or an after-school treat, but it's delicious, trust me. Next, we're gonna add a teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon cloves, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. This is by far the most important, and I tend to do rounded because it's just delicious. The more the merrier. We're gonna mix all the dry ingredients together. The brown sugar is kind of crusty. It's because my kids get into my baking stuff or put brown sugar on their oatmeal and then leave the bag open. It's great. Okay, we're gonna set that aside for a minute. If you do not have a stand mixer, please go and get one. This is an investment, I know. We got this from my parents for Christmas when we first got married, and it is an appliance that I use all the time, almost every day, and it will literally last forever. Do it, it's worth it. You will use it all the time. Also, there's an ice cream making attachment. One day. Next, we're gonna add 1 cup and 3/4 of pumpkin puree. Or if you can get these big cans in your grocery store, I usually double this recipe, but if you're just doing a single batch, just do 1/2 a can, or for a double batch, do the whole can. Next, we're gonna add 2 eggs. Half a cup of coconut oil, and 1 teaspoon of liquid gold, also known as vanilla extract. Use the real stuff. I know it's basically a mortgage payment, but it's worth it. All right, we're gonna mix that together. Then when that is all smooth, we're going to add in our flour mixture. Now with muffins, you want to try to mix as little as possible. So just do it until the ingredients are just kind of combined. And then I like to take it out and then do it a couple times with the spatula. I'm gonna just mix it a little bit more till it's combined, not too much. I like to use an ice cream scoop. It gives you a perfect portion of muffin batter. Muffins are also a great thing to freeze. What I've done before during all of my pregnancies is right before baby arrived, we made so many muffins and then freeze them. And they're perfect for school lunches, snacks, midnight nursing cravings. And then preheat your oven to 375 degrees and bake these for about 20 minutes.
Where will you run, my soul? Where will you go when wells run dry? And when the wind starts to blow, how you gonna keep this flame alive?
In the fading, like the night is breaking, I know you will always be waiting. You'll always be there.
I'm running to the secret place where you are, where you are.
I sing to you with all the ways, stole my heart, stole my heart.
Better is a moment that I spend with you than a million other days away.
I'm running,
I'm running.
I'm running to the secret place. Na 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 na. Na 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 na.
Good job. Galatians 6:9 says, "So let us not get tired of doing what is good. At just the right time, we will reap a harvest of blessing if we don't give up." Are you ever tempted to feel like most of the things you do are futile and pointless? Cleaning the house just to turn around and find it messy again. Picking weeds and then coming outside the next morning to see 5,000 more. Allowing someone to go in front of you in the line only to have them cut you off, leaving the parking lot. Or maybe you poured years of your life into building up an honest business only to have it fall apart in seconds due to a crazy virus. It's tempting to give up, especially when we don't see any good coming from our work. But just like we can't see the roots forming under the soil after we've planted seeds, it's tempting to think that maybe nothing is growing or changing. The scriptures tell us not to grow tired of doing good, to trust in God, and that in His perfect timing, we will see the harvest of the good work we have done. Let's trust Him today.